Since getting into this type of video, the number one state that has been requested by far has been Texas, and I had to sit down and really try to figure out how I wanted to do this because there is a lot of teams and there's a lot that goes into this one. So I finally figured out what I want to do, and first of all, there's 22 teams. That is too many teams to put into one conference, so here's what I did. I split the teams in half, and they were going to be in two conferences. I did my best to try to split it as evenly as I possibly could, and it involved a lot of conference realignment. Basically, every one-star team got replaced because there was like 9 FCS schools. When doing other states, these videos typically involve just about 10-ish teams, so the fact that we have 22 means 2 conferences with 11 teams in each one, and because of the amount that we are doing, this is going to be a 2-parter, and I'm going to try to test out maybe doing more 2-parters in the future. And because it is Texas, I decided 2 parts, and let's add some years on this. We're going to do Texas schools for 20 years, and we have a lot to get into, so let's get into the first season where you could see what all these teams are going to be getting into. Each conference, we're going to have twice as many teams to get into, twice as many conference championships, and twice as many opportunities at playoff success. So we are starting off with a bit of a surprising result. Texas A&M, obviously the favorite in their side of the bracket, but Texas State is in the conference championship, getting a fumble and picking up the football, and they have a 3-point lead here and the football in their possession in the fourth quarter. So could Texas State pull off an upset early on in this video, the first game of this video, as Texas State with another first down? We jump ahead to third down at the 30-yard line. Quarterback going to step up and run, and he's going to go for the first down marker, and he's going to fight for it. He did not quite get it. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches, sweeping it, and that is a dangerous play call. 4th and inches, just run it right up the gut, and you could have that. Now Texas A&M's got in. Connor Wegman delivers inside the 40-yard line. A&M chance to tie it, 3.5 minutes to go, throwing off play action. That's going to be caught for the first down. Now inside the 30-yard line at the 20. Now 2nd down and 3. Run right up the middle is going to get them to the 4-yard line before being brought down. And now Texas State needing a stop here, and that's going to help out a lot. Wegman goes down. It's 4th down and goal, and they're going to kick the field goal. It is good, and we're going to be left with just under 2 minutes to play, and a shot deep for Texas State. He's wide open. The ball was thrown a little short, but he was so far open that he could spin around, make the catch, and run all the way. Now Texas A&M, they need to score a touchdown and do it with little time to play, 1.5 minutes. Wegman got it already close to midfield, throwing one outside. That's going to be an enemy territory first down. And now getting to the 41-yard line, it's going to be 2nd down and 10, throwing one over the middle. And he's going to take a shot and hang on. A&M with just over 60 seconds got a screen set up, and that's going to be a lot of room out of bounds, stopping the clock, but they are on 3rd down now. Wegman, he's going to look right. He's got it caught, but short of the sticks. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Game on the line here. Throwing end zone. Touchdown. A&M, and we're going to overtime. And what a first game we have here, as that's going to be swatted away. And now A&M going to have to settle for the field goal. Kick is going to be good. And now Texas State, opportunity to win it. Touchdown will end it and have a massive upset. They're already getting close to the end zone here. 5 yards away. 3rd down and goal. Now handoff is going to be blown up in the backfield. This Texas A&M defense is really strong. The talent distribution is definitely in Texas A&M's favor, but Texas State hanging on here. We're into second overtime as they got to play their stop 1 yard short of the marker. They could have went for it, took in the risk. They're going to trust their defense now, 33-30. A&M, 2nd down and 4. Wegman going to throw over the middle. That's going to be caught. 2 guys couldn't make him drop it. Now A&M in the same spot. They are a 3rd down conversion away from potentially winning this game. He's going to throw it out of bounds, and we're getting another field goal try. Kick is good. Let's go to a 2-point shootout here for our first game. A&M throwing back to the end zone. It's intercepted. Texas State can win it right now with a 2-point conversion. Dropping back. He's got loads of time in the pocket. Pass rush can't get in there, and he's going to fire to the end zone. He's got it for 2, and Texas State has just won the first conference championship on their side, and on the other side for the Big 12, shockingly, no Texas involved. It's North Texas going down to Texas Tech, and in the playoffs, we got Texas Tech and Texas A&M. A&M goes down to Georgia in a pretty comfortable domination, but Tech is in the running for a shot to go to the next round. They are facing Indiana, and I love that the roster updates, that came out for college football. Indiana is actually good now like they are in real life, so they're in the playoffs here. 24-16, and they're against A&M, who's driving down the field. Got a touchdown there, but they're going to need the 2-point conversion on the way to tie this game with 5 minutes to play. Tech is looking and fire into the end zone. That's going to be caught for 2. We're in a tie game. 4 minutes to play, third down for Indiana, and it's going to be out of bounds. And we're already off to a fast start here, but you can tell me, who do you think is going to win the state of Texas? We got 2 parts, 2 videos in the first 10 years here today. And the first half of this, who's going to win the first half? Who's going to win by the end of it? Who's going to get that first playoff victory? Will it be Texas Tech right here? Will it be someone else? And ultimately, who's going to win all those big categories? Who's going to get a national championship? Who's going to have all the things that we compare these schools to one another by the end of it? Who's going to win? And the kick is going to be good for Texas Tech, so they're up with a little bit of time left to go for Indiana. Still 3 minutes to play as they're going to drop back, throw one right side. That's going to be caught, and he's on the run. He got by the defenders, and he's going to go down to the 1-yard line. Tech tracks him down, but all that's going to do is prolong the inevitable. Touchdown for Indiana, and Tech now has to come back here with a 4-point deficit. Minute and a half to play. Throwing one over the middle. That's going to be caught, and he's at the 40-yard line. Timeout used. Dropping back once more. Throwing one over the middle again, and he's got another first down. Now they're in enemy territory very quickly. Field goal's not going to do it. They need a touchdown, and they're firing one deep. Caught for the touchdown. Time is running out, though. You've got less than 30 seconds to play. Shot over the middle is going to be caught on 4th and long, but you're down to your last opportunity. Long field goal to try to send this to overtime. It's going to be no good, and Indiana maybe could have taken an extra play or two to try to get in range. They had time, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Texas Tech, they get a first playoff victory, but they run into the inevitable, and the inevitable is Oregon. We could have 22 great schools in Texas by the end of this video, and every single one of them might very well lose to Oregon. So Texas Tech is on the board. That's surprising. I mean, I would have assumed that the favorites in this video very clearly Texas, and then Texas A&M right behind them. If you got betting odds set up, I think you'd be betting on Texas and then maybe Texas A&M, and then everybody else is pretty much just open to see who can make the step to be in that conversation. Every state that we do ends up having, you know, a favor, whether it's Pennsylvania with Penn State, California, USC, Florida with Miami. All these states usually have a favorite, and to have the favorite not even make the conference championship in the first year is very surprising. So second season, Texas left out in the dark again. It's Texas Tech going undefeated in a 12-0 season. I don't know what we have just awoken in the Red Raiders, but they're 12-0, and then on the other side, Texas A&M, they go 12-0. So 2 12-0 teams off the bat, and Texas A&M's definitely looked like a little bit more of a dominant 12-0. And because of that, 2 12-0 teams in the conference championship. Texas Tech puts up 52 and wins, and then Texas A&M puts up 42 and wins. So not really much of a surprise. Houston made a conference championship, and then in the playoffs, Tech gets a first round bye. A&M, shockingly, that Texas A&M just won their conference with an undefeated record and didn't get a first round bye. They're over here taking on SMU now, who SMU, they got demolished in their conference championship, but they're playing a close one here against A&M. Ball late in the game, swatted down, third down. Now it's 4th down and 2. They're going to try to run the football, and they're not going to get it, so A&M shuts the door, and they survive against SMU, a fellow school in the state of Texas, and they're moving on to a game against Oregon. And trust me when I tell you, I am tired of these Oregon guys ruining these videos, but a swat down there is going to give A&M the football back with the lead, sweeping it left. That's going to be a stop in the backfield. A&M has run a lot of clock down, but they are going to eventually give this football back to Oregon. No timeouts, at just 15 seconds to play. Dropping to throw, taking the shot deep. You got to throw one up, but he's got him beat, and that's going to be a touchdown for Oregon, and we're going to overtime. Why won't Oregon just lose a game? And they're going to get a stop here in overtime and force the field goal, and Oregon now can win it with a touchdown. How do they always pull this off? I need to know what the algorithm is for this team. Oregon all the way down inside the 5. And just excuse the camera here, there's a little slow sim bug in this game that I sometimes run into where it will put me on the field, but I didn't do anything. Hey, they just scored the touchdown. I didn't use her. I didn't do anything. I didn't don't choose to play, it just automatically puts me on the field. So Oregon wins because they are literally inevitable. And now we have Texas Tech after their first round bye against Washington. They won a playoff game last year, but they're down by 6 right now with just 4.5 to play. But they got the football in enemy territory, and Tech is going to get sacked here, and it's going to be 4th down and long, and that took them out of field goal range. They punted the football, and now they're going to give it to Washington with an opportunity to run this clock out. Washington grinding out first downs, a play action, got him 1 first down, and they got another one through the air. Now timeouts are starting to be used. 2-minute warning has hit, 3rd down and 1, and Washington gets the first down, so the Raiders are going to go down, and a playoff failure for them after a win last year. And while I'm showing you all the results in between each season, things like bowl results, draft results, recruiting, and obviously the records going into next season, I want to ask you guys if you all can like the video, subscribe. All that support is very much appreciated. I try to, do this a little bit earlier in the videos and not wait till the very end, as I'm trying to hit about 5,000 subs maybe by the end of the year. That would be pretty nice. And, this project in particular is taking a lot of time. This is basically going to be my uploads for the week. Usually I upload 3 videos a week. This week I'm probably going to have to cut it down to 2, but I knew I had to tackle this project eventually, and I wanted to make it bigger and better than the previous videos because this one was so highly requested, and I want to do it justice. So we're getting into the next season, season 3, and we have a lot of interesting recruiting results going on. Some teams in the state of Texas able to actually take advantage of the fact that they are in the best recruiting state in the nation, and we have some of our FCS schools putting things together here in year 3. Texas Southern on top of the Conference USA side of things, and then on the Big 12 side of things, UTSA SMU. And I am really surprised that Texas just hasn't been involved. It's not like they've been awful, it's just 8-win seasons. Now, Texas Southern did get put in their place pretty promptly by A&M because A&M still is supremely talented. But on the Big 12 side of things, we got a tightly contested SMU versus UTSA matchup, and UTSA trying to come out here and win a conference championship in year 3. When it comes to the 20-plus schools in Texas, SMU right now going into starting a dynasty is, one of the 4 best, maybe. They're in that top 5 conversation. They're like a mid-80s overall school, a ranked school. They're really good, so they're obviously fulfilling their expectations. But UTSA is a big underdog. They are not like a bad team by any means, but they are not exactly a high prestige school. They're a 1.5-star school coming out here in year 3, making the conference championship and trying to see if they could get even further than that, as UTSA now down by 7. They're going to be throwing one over the middle. That's going to be caught for the first down, and SMU trying to hold on to this lead with a minute to play, trying to step up and fire on the run. That's going to be caught, and the defender dove and missed. Out of bounds he goes, but what a play from UTSA. And now 3rd down and 5. Clean pocket. He's going to throw underneath. That's going to be caught, and first down, keeping the game alive, keeping things moving, but there's less than 20 seconds to play. Throwing one. That ball's going to fly out of bounds. It's 4th down, and now 12 seconds to play. Stepping up, throwing, and it's going to be intercepted. And SMU's going to take the football back and win this game and win the conference. So unfortunate for UTSA, but SMU has had the opportunity to step up and get themselves into another playoff appearance, this time against Georgia. They went down to Texas A&M, and now they get smacked around by Georgia. So SMU, an unfortunate 0-2 on the playoff side of things, and things getting a little bit more compact with all these Texas schools getting an opportunity. Something that's going to be good about this is there are so many recruits in the state of Texas. There's enough to go around for a number of these schools. When we've done previous videos in other states, smaller states, and even just less populated states when it comes to football, it's just not everyone gets an opportunity to get good players. The top schools, in Pennsylvania, for example, Penn State will eat up the majority of the good players in that state, and then maybe a couple of other teams can slide in, snag a couple. In the state of Texas, if the Longhorns want to go snag a dozen 4-star players, there's still going to be enough for other schools to come in, slide in, grab the players that they want to or need to get. It's going to be a lot of opportunity. TCU's already done a pretty good job so far. Even schools, look at Texas Southern getting up there, SMU, Texas A&M. I mean, before we would do these videos and half the schools would be outside the top 100, a lot of these schools are very much inside the top 100 and top half of the nation. And we get into the next season, I mean, Texas finally gets themselves in a conference championship. And look at this, Abilene Christian, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Abilene Christian. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to have a part 2 on this, so I'll try to get the pronunciations down if you correct me on them. Maybe some of the Texans in the comment section can help me out here. And then another school here, Incarnate, I believe that's how you say it. I only learned about this school because of that amazing touchdown celebration that one dude did over the weekend. I had never heard of this school before this past weekend and doing research for this video, but that's how it typically goes because I don't keep up with the FCS side of things. Maybe I'm a fake college football fan, but I don't keep up with the, you know, FCS, Division 2, Division 3, all that other things. Texas does come out here and just skate by with a victory over Incarnate. This is Arch Manning we're talking about here, and he's barely beaten Incarnate. And then we got Abilene Christian versus Houston Christian, so the battle of the Christian schools going at it. I don't know if this is some rivalry in the state of Texas. Once again, for any of the Texans out there, you can give me the rundown for all the things that go on in the state of Texas when it comes to FCS football. I do have to say, of all the FCS schools, Houston Christian might have the coolest logo and jerseys and all of them, so I like them. I'm going to be rooting for them, but they are out here getting the lead now, so Abilene's just going to have about 2 minutes to play and an opportunity to get a game-winning touchdown drive to keep up their undefeated season. I don't know where an undefeated season for these guys came from, but they're trying to go out here, go 13-0, and now on 4th down, the game is on the line. They're going to go with a run play, and the running back is hesitating, trying to find an open lane. He did all the dancing in the backfield he could possibly do, but he just couldn't find a lane, and now Houston Christian's going to get themselves the first down, and the undefeated season is over, and they're going to be going to the playoffs where we're going to get a rematch. So let's go run it back. Can they get a little bit of revenge? It's 13-6, a low-scoring one where Houston Christian got the football and the lead. So they're going to have to come down here and try to get a stop, but it's not going to happen. Deep ball caught for the touchdown, and the kryptonite for Abilene Christian is Houston Christian because they're going to go and lose 2 games all season, but it's a conference championship and a playoffs to the same team. And now we hop over to what UTSA's got going on here. UTSA made the playoffs despite not making the conference championship, and they are against Oregon, and look at UTSA go. They're gonna have a play all the way to the end zone against Oregon. Beating Oregon feels like a national title victory. I still don't trust it. It's a 2-score game. Throwing one deep middle. It's tipped. It's intercepted, and the Roadrunners got the football. Beating Oregon is huge. It never happens in this game, and they're actually gonna pull it off. They're gonna beat Oregon in the playoffs. I think that should just count for 2 playoff wins. Obviously, we're not gonna do that, but a 24-point fourth quarter, and someone finally takes down this Oregon squad. We got a lot of teams involved here, and now an opportunity for UTSA to go out here against Michigan and get a victory. So now Michigan is down by 8. UTSA has the football, 4 minutes to go, and now running, scrambling, throwing on the run. That's going to be caught, and this new quarterback for UTSA is the real deal. He's going to be featured quite heavily because UTSA has found their guy and they have found their team to go and make a playoff run here, as he's going to step up, throw on the run again, out of bounds. They're going to just go and kick the field goal, but a field goal here, that's all you need. A 2-score lead is going to be plenty enough if your defense can go and do their job. All you have to do is just stop him. Don't allow a big play like that. And he's still breaking a tackle and running down the sidelines. He's got all the way past the 35-yard line. 2.5 to play. Throw up the seam in between 2 defenders is good. And now they're in the red zone. I mean, you got to at least let him run some time off the clock. You're just letting him run down the field on you. And now under 2 minutes to play. 2nd down and goal. Throwing. He's going to get sacked. That's massive. And now 3rd down and goal. 2 minutes to play, throwing one underneath. He's going to go into the end zone right at the goal line. And now a 2-point conversion for the 3-point game is good. Michigan now is going to try for the onside kick. Just recover and get a 1st down and you're good. And the onside kick's recovered by Michigan. And UTSA cannot let that happen. Michigan now deep bomb is going to be out of bounds. It's 4th down. You can try to rectify it though. Just stop him here and you're good. Throwing one middle. It's caught. And he's going to go all the way for the lead. What is happening here? They just missed out on an onside kick, and now they're suddenly losing, and they didn't even get to touch the football in that process. And now down by 4, minute 22 to go. Throwing middle, and these middle shots for both teams are hitting big chunk plays on both sides. Throwing a slant, caught for the first down, 35-yard line. You need the touchdown though. 40 seconds, got it again over the middle and in the red zone. Hurrying back to the line, 30 seconds to play. Throwing middle of the end zone, touchdown UTSA. Just survived 20 seconds. Michigan, they're gonna throw outside, caught, first down, and the defender missed the tackle and let him get an extra 10 yards. Now they're outside of field goal range. One more play could put them in, and that's exactly what will happen right up the seam. The field goal try is gonna be up, and we are going to overtime. This has definitely been one of the wildest games I have seen in these videos so far. UTSA gets stopped a 3 and out, so they're gonna have to try a field goal. Kick is good, so Michigan can win it with a touchdown. There's been a lot of overtime action here, but can UTSA avoid a collapse? And they're going to force a 3 and out of their own, so Michigan exchanging field goals. Kick is good. We're on to a second overtime, 34-34. Michigan starts with the ball, and they're going to go one play, touchdown, and Michigan now going for 2 for the 8-point lead. They're going to drop to throw over the middle. It's intercepted, and now UTSA, they got the path. They can win it. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion will win it, but they're going to throw the interception, and that is a heartbreaking end for UTSA. The onside kick, they just couldn't recover it. And on the other side, Houston Christian just couldn't get the job done against Georgia. Georgia has already knocked out a couple of our teams in the playoffs in dominant fashion, so Georgia, Oregon, the usual suspects kind of throwing a wrench in our plans and trying to get these teams more playoff victories, but man, that UTSA game was a heartbreaker for them. That was just so unfortunate. An onside kick is really what sparked all of that just back and forth shootout. I mean, they were up by 2 scores, and by the time they touched the football again, they were down, so they had to go score a touchdown. Then Michigan even still had to go with 20 seconds to go get into field goal range. That was just a crazy game. I do want you guys to share your opinions on how I'm doing the format for this Texas video and the idea of doing a 2-parter, if you guys would be open to doing more 2-part stuff or even 3-part, no series or anything, but just a longer, bigger experiment broken up into multiple parts instead of doing just the 1:15. Maybe it opens up to 20, 25 years to other states or other types of videos. So you guys can let me know what you think. And for season 5, it is a very scarce amount of playoff caliber talent. And UTSA dominating their conference, the only ranked team, only playoff caliber team. They're going to cruise to an easy victory, so they're going to be going to the playoffs, likely a first-round bye. But Conference USA a little bit more competitive. Texas A&M back in a conference championship. They're against TCU, and TCU down by 3, so they are going to try to make this game-winning drive potentially, but they're going to have to rely on their defense to come up with a stop first, because Texas A&M's got the football back, and they got a big play down the field. It's going to be all the way, and a 2-score lead for the Aggies. But I simulate when we get to a 2-score game. But TCU, they go down and score a touchdown. So, hey, this game's not over quite yet. A&M with the football back and a big run is going to cause a timeout to be used. A first down gotten, 3rd down and 2. He stood up, 4th and inches. What a stop, what an open field tackle. And TCU has an opportunity, breaking out of a sack, and he survives to save a 4th down and manageable, throwing one out there. RPO got it for the first and more to the 44-yard line. Out of bounds he goes, dropping back to throw. There's 30 seconds to play. He's throwing on the run, and that's going to be intercepted. So even though TCU hung around, they're not able to get the job done. Texas A&M wins it, and in the playoffs, we are going to have Texas A&M and UTSA in it, and Texas A&M is going up against Utah, so they are down by 3, and they have a home field advantage. They got the football, they got a minute and a half to play, and they are throwing one outside, and that's going to be caught for the first down. They're in enemy territory. Field goal range is a couple of yards away, and they are probably in it with that one, as they're going to get into the 31st down, and now minute 11 to play, dropping back to throw it over the middle. That's going to be caught, and they're in the red zone now. 10 more yards gotten, puts them at 3rd down and inches, throwing for the end zone. It's intercepted, and Utah is going to take the football, take the game. And A&M is going to lose in the playoffs, so now it's up to UTSA once again. They're our only hope, and they're the only team left as they got the first round bye, so we are in second round action. Down by 3 against Tulane, and they're going to throw on the run. Caught for the first down at midfield. They had heartbreak last year. Let's hope they can go and get over the hump this year. Screen set up. They are going to get it to the 34-yard line, and they're going to go second down and 2 outside. That's going to be caught for the first, and that is a great grab at the 15-yard line. Second down and 7 now after a 3-yard gain. They're going to get it. Broken tackle. First down and goal. Minute to play. Can they get the lead? They're going to throw outside. What a throw in the perfect spot at the pylon. And now the defense just hold on for 50 seconds, and you can come out of here with a win. Throwing an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 1. They go to direct snap, and that's going to get them the first, but you are against the clock. You got to hurry up. There is under 30 seconds to play. 3rd down and long, and a draw play is a very bad call. Now you're in 4th and long, throwing a deep ball, and that's going to be caught, so the game is alive a little bit longer. Under 20 seconds to play, no timeouts. He's rolling, he's getting sacked, and now they got to hurry up. They got no timeouts. They spiked the ball. Now it's down to 1 play. Hail Mary, Tulane throwing it. It's going to make it to the end zone, and it is knocked away, and Tulane can't pull it off. UTSA is moving on to the semifinals, and they got it against USC. It's another high-scoring battle, 34-31, and now UTSA is going to have to punt the football away and rely on their defense. USC got a run for the first down. They're at midfield, now past it, second down and 4. Another screen set up. It's going to be caught outside, going to get past the 40-yard line. They got the first down, 3rd down and 4 once again, just trying to string along conversions, and they're going to get a broken tackle, but swarmed, and a field goal is going to be good. We could be going to overtime here. UTSA has under 20 seconds to play. Maybe just see what you can get here, but they're going to fumble the football, and USC picks it up. Are you kidding me? UTSA, heartbreak again. Just go to overtime. You had 20 seconds, and the USC Trojans are going to go and win a national title, but that's another heartbreaker to lose your season on. You had under 20 seconds to play. I understand you maybe just throw one shot down the field. If you can get into field goal range, you kick it. But a fumble is just the worst outcome you could have had there. Even an interception, if you're throwing it deep, it backs them up. But when you fumble the football and it just puts them in field goal range, that's back-to-back seasons with just a brutal finish. An onside kick and an overtime heartbreak, and now a game-winning field goal off a fumble. UTSA has pushed it the farthest of all these Texas teams, almost getting to a national championship. And they have just come on the brink 2 times now, and they just haven't been able to do it. Maybe they can do it in year 6 as we move on. They're over here getting good recruiting classes now. UTSA has become a legitimate team at this point. And in year 6, Conference USA side of things has been pretty inconsistent. A lot of teams have found themselves in the mix. Almost everybody has made a conference championship, and it's a different result this year. On the Big 12 side, a little bit more consistent. UTSA back in it, this time against Texas, and we'll have a good game there potentially as Texas and UTSA. It's a lower scoring affair, 14-7 as Texas. I am shocked at the fact that Texas has yet to make a playoff game. I mean, imagine if we started this video, Texas ties it up, but imagine if I started this video and I told you, yeah, we're going to put all these 22 teams here, and Texas in the first 5 years won't even make a playoff appearance. Imagine if I told you that. That'd be hard to believe, I feel like, but Texas has their chance this year. They're going to get the football backed up, but it's 3rd down and 2, threatening to go 3 and out, and it's going to happen, so they're going to have to punt the football away. Great field position for UTSA, and a shot's going to get them into field goal range with under 2 to go, and now it's just up to the defense to try to get themselves a little bit of time. But with each first down gotten, UTSA is going to be able to run the clock down, and they did it perfectly. Centered, 1-yard line, field goal is good, and UTSA played that as perfectly as possible, and they're going to knock Texas out of playoff contention once again. That's going to be 0 of 6 for Texas when it comes to playoff appearances. And now, in the other side of things, Conference USA, Texas State, Abilene Christian, it's a 6-point game, and Texas State on the run, throwing one in between 2 defenders for the touchdown, and a 1-point lead with 4.5 to play, throwing one right side, swatted down. Nice job there to get the football football back for your offense, and they're going to take a shot deep, and he's got it. And Texas State putting up the yardage on offense. They're going to hand it off, and now a big lane opened up. The receiver did a great job boxing out that corner and giving him an open lane outside. Third down, clock is running down to 3 minutes, but they're going to settle for a field goal, so it's still very much a game that Abilene can win in regulation. 2.5 to go. Throwing over the middle. That's going to be intercepted. And now, suddenly, it no longer looks like they're going to be winning this game. Texas State runs out the clock, and they take home another conference championship. And look who snuck themselves into the playoffs. UTEP at the 12th seed. They got themselves a little playoff action. So we'll get into UTSA versus Penn State first. And UTSA, can they avoid heartbreak for the 3rd straight season? It's been not just a loss, it's been a bad, heartbreaking loss, as Penn State is going to have a 7-point deficit and throw one for an open man in a lot of room. Touchdown. And it's another close one, another tie game, and another Big Ten opponent as it's going to be taking off for the first down and more. This quarterback sliding down at the 50-yard line now, sweeping on 3rd and inches, left side, juking out a man. He's going to get the first down inside the 40. 2nd down and 4. Handoff to him again, and he's going to get the first down. 2-minute warning has hit. UTSA handing off the football, and he's going to get it to goal to go. So now UTSA, minute 10 to go, handoff, touchdown, and if the defense can hold on, they can get themselves a playoff victory. But a minute to play is a lot of time in college football, and he's already got it to midfield. Now dropping to throw, 2nd down and 10, outside, he's gonna have it for the first, and another chunk play inside the 30. Now 3rd down, a couple of incomplete passes, and that was a disaster. Don't catch that screen if you're Penn State. Now it's 4th and a mile, and the game's on the line. Throwing one, and look at the communication, the connection, the chemistry between quarterback and receiver, and the game's still alive. Under 20 to play, and it's gonna be a touchdown, Penn State. We're going to overtime. How does UTSA keep ending up in these 30 to 30 games, going to overtime, going to last second plays? And now UTSA, their defense is starting, and now Penn State's already inside the 10-yard line. They're going to throw one outside. It's going to be caught, but it takes him out of bounds. 4th down. They're just going to take the short field goal. So now UTSA, touchdown, can win it. Can they move on? 2nd down, it's going to be a run, and he's going to get him to the 11-yard line. Now we jump ahead. 3rd down, throwing one, end zone, knocked away, and we're going to take the field goal here, go to a second overtime. The kick on the way, and it is no good. He missed it. And UTSA, how does this keep happening? 3rd year in a row, a heartbreaker. How did he miss the chip shot field goal? I can't even come out here and care about UTEP right now. I apologize. UTSA, heartbreak again, and UTEP now, they could come out here and win a playoff game against Wisconsin, and they're going to take the lead. And now Wisconsin has the football, 2.5 to play. They've been driving down the field slowly, and now they got a big play there past the 40-yard line. UTEP, can they get the playoff victory? Their defense is allowing them to go down the field. Now they're in the red zone. Quarterback rolling around, and he's going to get swarmed and sacked. It's 3rd down and long, under 2 to play, and he's going to throw one for the end zone, and it's swatted down. It's 4th and 17. UTEP, can they pull this off? It's going to be swatted away again, and they're going to do it. UTEP just won a playoff game. I don't know how that happened. They're going to go down. A late touchdown made it a 14-point game. Illinois, though, they had it firmly in control, so an odd year because of all the teams that could have won a playoff game, made the playoffs. UTEP didn't even make a conference championship. They snuck in, won a playoff game. UTSA, I mean, this is ridiculous at this point with what's going on with them. This is unbelievable. I mean, onside kick, fumble with under 20 seconds to play, and then a missed chip shot in overtime. This is historically unlucky. And now this team, I've been kind of keeping track on the UTSA team because it's been a really interesting team. They've been the most interesting school so far. They're kind of running it back one more year. They kind of got this big crop of players, and starting with their freshman quarterback. This is their final year with these guys, though, so this is kind of it. They're putting up some nice recruiting classes, even got themselves a 5-star, but I mean, the bulk of their roster is graduating now in UTSA, number 4 in the nation. Look at Texas, 11-1. So 2 very high-ranked schools here in the next season. And then for Conference USA, look at Texas State and UTEP, TCU in the conference championship against Texas State, so a lot of really high-ranking schools. We got 4 of the top 7 teams in the nation in the state of Texas. This is kind of what we've been waiting for. It's looking like we're going to get 4 teams in the playoffs, which hasn't happened before in one of these videos. And regardless of the results of these conference championships, this is essentially just to determine who's getting the first round bye. So in a way, these are playoff games to an extent for some of these teams, as TCU's got the 3-point lead, but Texas State's interception gives them the football. A 3rd down miss, though, is going to lead to a 4th down try. They could have punted, trusted the defense, but they're going to go for it, and they're not going to get it. TCU has the lead, and they have the football in scoring position, and they're going to just run the ball 3 times. Timeouts used. Field goal is good. So Texas State not out of it quite yet. They just need a touchdown now if they're going to have a chance in this one. A flag is down, as a flag is going to be on TCU, and they're going to get the first down. Tack on 15 more. It's roughing the passer, and now they're past midfield. So Texas State has life, but they're going to get sacked, fumble the football, and it's going to be TCU picking it up, and they're going to pull off the victory. So TCU might have just punched themselves to a first round bye, and Texas, I mean, this is a 10-point game, but this one was a pretty dominant game. TCU is going to get the first round bye. Texas is going to get the first round bye. UTSA got humbled because they were going into that 4th quarter with just 3 points, 2 late touchdowns, gave them a closer game, but now UTSA back with a vengeance. A long touchdown against Illinois is going to put them on top. Under 3 to play, Illinois football, and they're going to go outside. That's going to be intercepted, and UTSA trying to get back to the 2nd round, trying to get back to the furthest they've made it, which was the semifinals. They're going to throw one, get sacked, fumble the football, not again, pick it up, and it's going to be recovered by UTSA, so they're going to be able to punt them the football and pin them back further, and it's not going to matter, though. Intercepted. UTSA's got it again, and they're going to shut the door on this one. They're moving on to the 2nd round, but they've done it before. They just need to capitalize and not, choke the game away or have some heartbreaking situation, as now we go ahead to the other first round matchup. Texas State, USC. It's an 8-point game, and USC's going to miss out on a 3rd down conversion. 4th and 7, they're going to take the field goal with under 4 to go, so Texas State has a chance to try to run this football out. 2nd down and 4 with the play action. He's going to take a shot over the middle. That's going to be caught for the first down. A big gain, and more time can come off the clock here. Under 2 to go. 3rd down and 9. A draw play is going to get them right at the marker, and he's going to punt the football away. I would have considered going for it on 4th and inches, but now USC is going to get it swatted down. 4th and 12. Game on the line here. Under a minute to go. Texas State is going to get it in their favor, and they both lost the conference championship, Texas State and UTSA, but they won the playoff game, and now 4 of the final 8 teams are in the state of Texas, and this is what we want to see. We have TCU against Pitt now. TCU's been one of the stronger teams in this video, and they're trying to punch a ticket to the semifinals. A first down there, they got a 7-point lead, and now 2nd down and 15. Handoff is going to get him to the outside and spring him loose for a first down, and timeouts are starting to be used. TCU in control, but can they convert here? No, they're going to get sacked. Honestly, taking the sack's not bad. It keeps the clock moving, and it forces them, with little time to go, to get back to the line. They were able to get the clock down to the final play, and TCU, are they going to have enough time to get the Hail Mary off? They are not, and TCU did just enough to run the clock down to survive, and now TCU is going to move on, and we got a rematch of the Big 12 title game. Texas beat up on UTSA pretty comfortably in their first matchup, but now in the second one, UTSA is prepared. 4th down and 2, 4-point deficit, handoff, and the first down, and more. He's going to break a tackle. He stumbles his way to the 10-yard line. Now it's 3rd down and 4. Inside the 5, they're going to throw it, and it's going to be a touchdown, and the Longhorns got the lead here. It's been a long road for Texas to get into the playoffs. Are they going to bow out quickly? UTSA is going to try to avenge years of heartbreak here and punch their ticket to the semifinals. A first down gone there. Dropping back, another 1st down and 10. They're going to throw one middle. That's going to be caught and moving the chains in enemy territory. Now right at midfield. They're going to get another 1st and 10. Throwing one outside and stringing together completions. 3rd and 3. He's looking left. He's going to take the shot to the end zone. He's got it. Open man. Touchdown. Roadrunners hold on for 40 seconds, and they're not going to have heartbreak in this one. They're going to get the interception, and again, they shut the door on a heartbreaking situation that could have potentially reared its ugly head. They're going to the semifinals, and look who's back. Oregon is going to be out here beating up on Texas State. So now we have the final four. It's TCU versus Wisconsin in the first semifinal matchup. Could we get a Texas versus Texas matchup in the national championship? How cool would that be? If it's going to happen, though, they need to score a touchdown here with 2.5 to go. Throwing one middle. That's going to be caught for the first down, but there is a flag down, and it's going to be on TCU. It's a hold, so this one's coming back. It's 1st and 20, and now a big deficit to dig themselves out of, but they do that in one play, right back to where they were. It's going to be goal to go, 3rd down and goal. He's running. He's going to get sacked, and now suddenly you need to go 20 yards on 4th and goal to go to the national championship. Wisconsin is going to do it, and now we're down to just UTSA. Texas had 4 of the final 8. Only 1 remains, and it's going to be up to them to take down Oregon again if they're going to go to a national championship. UTSA has a lot of seniors. They're going to be losing a lot of players, and this is the end of this core that has made the playoffs 4 straight seasons, and they almost got into the end zone here. 6-yard line, threatening to take the lead. Goal to go, handoff. He's going to get stopped, and UTSA with a field goal try with 4 to go. They're going to knock it through, but Oregon now with a 3-point deficit has the time, has the ball, and they get an interception immediately, and UTSA, they are in control. Could they go to the national title? They're going to get the first down there, and now it's time to choose some clock. Handoff, it's going to be outside. He's going to get to the marker and power through. First down, 3rd down and 12 now. Handoff again. Can he get there? It's going to be stopped short. So it's a field goal. We know how Oregon rolls. It's a 1-score game, and anything can happen because Oregon is inevitable, and they're inevitably going to make a big play, and they get it, but the tackle saves the touchdown, and this saves the game potentially. Oregon rolling, throwing out of bounds. It's 4th down, and now the game on the line here. Throwing one outside. He's got it for the first, and it's not over quite yet. Oregon with 3rd down and long. He's going to throw it. Rolling, running. He's sacked, and now they have to hurry back to the line. 10 seconds to go. They're going to have time to get one more play off. It's 4th down and 30, but it's basically just a Hail Mary from here. 4, 3, 2, the snap is off, and he's going to throw it. He's going to get sacked again, and UTSA's going to the national championship. No heartbreak this time, and they're going to get the opportunity to finish the job that they have started 3 years ago, and they're down by 7 against Wisconsin. Wisconsin took down TCU, but can they take down UTSA as well? Quarterback keeper has got the first down. There is 3.5 minutes to play in a 7-point deficit. Throwing one deep left side. He's got it. And now they're at the 21-yard line. Back to the line they go. Drop him back with the play action. He's going to throw it right over the middle. Caught for the touchdown. And UTSA's tied it up. And there's 2.5 to go. 3rd down. And the ball gets knocked down. He's going to get it back for the UTSA offense. And a chance to take the lead. Look at the fight. Look at the run. And the first down gotten there. 3rd down. Now can they convert one more time? No, they can't. The pressure got in. Wisconsin got the football back, and they were content just handing the football off, running the clock down, and they're going to take it to overtime. We have overtime in the national championship. UTSA, can they do it this time? They're already down inside the 5. 1st and goal, handoff, and it's a touchdown. 1 stop is all you need. Wisconsin with the ball, throwing one outside. That's going to be caught for the first down, and it's going to be goal to go for them. Can UTSA pull this off? 3rd and goal, throwing. It's going to be back in the end zone, touchdown. We're going to second overtime. It's 3rd down, and the handoff is going to be blown up and stopped. Field goal is good, and UTSA has another chance. Can they win it here? 3rd down and long. Throwing one caught. No, it's broken up. And now another field goal try is going to be good. They make it this time. We're on to a 2-point shootout in the national championship. Handoff is going to get stopped. And now Wisconsin can win it here. Throwing one, and they're going to get sacked. How about a 4th overtime? And Wisconsin has it first. They're going to throw one, caught for the 2. And now UTSA for the 5th overtime. Handoff, it's stopped. 1 yard short. And UTSA is not able to capture a national championship. And I have to respect what this quarterback did for UTSA. He changed the program. He changed things for that program so much. And another heartbreaking loss for the Roadrunners. 4 years of him at that quarterback spot. 4 heartbreaking losses in the playoffs and 1 in that national championship. And as you can see, this team got gutted by the draft and graduations and that like era in section of UTSA. And this video really has come to an end because they lost so much. It was one of those teams where everything just kind of aligned perfectly. The right guys hit the right dev. They got the right development traits. They got the right players at the right time. And everyone was good. And they had a window. And they just couldn't do it because of just heartbreak after heartbreak. But we're not done quite yet in this video. We still have another couple of seasons. But who's going to emerge in the absence of all that talent at UTSA? Because they're not going to make the conference championship. Texas is, and they're going to be facing Incarnate, and now UTSA, they're still ranked, but they're just not the same contender that they were, obviously. Other side, TCU back in the conference championship, an 11-1 record. Their only loss, though, was to Houston Christian. UTSA, in their absence, Incarnate takes a conference championship, but they are not able to take down Texas. And Houston Christian, I mean, they just have teams' numbers, it feels like, because they knock out TCU. TCU wins 11 games and couldn't even make the playoffs, so a rough break for them. And now Texas is taking on Illinois, and Texas has been having tough breaks left and right. Talking about a team that has disappointed us. How about no playoff wins so far in this video? And in year 8, they're finding themselves struggling, and they got an interception, so maybe they can finally get their first playoff victory. And now, down by 6, 2.5 to play. They're going to get sacked here, and you got to punt the football from that far away, but they're going to go for it and just throw it short. I mean, that doesn't even do anything. Illinois gets a 3-and-out, but they get a field goal, so it's a 2-score game. And now, barring a miracle, Texas is going to go 8 years without a playoff victory, which is shocking. They're not going to give up quite yet with a shot over the middle, caught for a big gain. Timeouts are being used, so you've basically gotten yourself in a situation where you need to recover an onside kick. 20 seconds to play, throwing one, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown, but onside kick is what matters here. They're going to send it away, and UTSA versus Michigan, this is not. Illinois takes home the playoff victory, and Texas now 8 years, 2 playoff appearances, no victories. Houston Christian, on the other hand, is in the second round against Alabama. A big play on the run is going to see him go all the way to the end zone, and Houston Christian has got the lead here in the second round. Alabama trying to respond, and are they going to do it quickly? Yes, they will. Wide open, and those 2 touchdowns just nullified one another. We're back to where we started in this game. It's 31-28. Once again, a 3-point deficit. 3 minutes to go. Slant route caught, and he's got the first down. Back to the line they go. Suddenly it's 3rd down and long, and a clean pocket. Gonna see a throw, and it's right at the sticks. It's 4th and 1. Obviously, you're going for it. We're 2 minutes to play. Stepping up, and he's gonna get brought down. The 2-minute warning hits. Is Alabama gonna put this one to bed? They got 1 first down. It looks like all they need is 1 more potentially. Timeouts are being used. Handoff, and he's going to get past the line. He's gonna fight through, fumble the football, and Houston Christian picks it up. And this game's not over quite yet. Houston Christian has another chance, but they're getting sacked here on 3rd down. It's 4th and 24, and a miracle might be needed to win this one. Throwing, he's gonna look around, get a completion, and it's not gonna matter. He's going to go down, and Alabama pulls off the victory. And Houston Christian, I will give them credit. They are the team that knows how to beat their conference, because that one season, Abilene Christian went undefeated, and then they went to the conference championship. Houston Christian beat them, and then in the playoffs in a rematch, Houston Christian beat them. And then we had this season, Houston Christian and TCU played each other. Houston Christian won. That was TCU's only loss, and then they beat them in the conference championship to knock them out the playoffs. So I mean, they're the team that knows how to get the job done in their conference and in these big situations. I think they are maybe a team on the rise. You see UTSA, I mean, they're just losing more talent, and it's just unfortunate. And maybe they're a bit on the decline. I don't know if they're going to be able to get back there. A 7th-ranked recruiting class, though, will help quite a bit as they try to reload for another national title run. As TCU versus Houston Christian, we're going to get a little rematch there of last year's conference championship, and maybe it'll be a little closer this time around. On the Big 12 side of things, UTSA finds themselves in the conference championship, but they're not ranked. Incarnate is going to be at the top of the conference, and they've been kind of sneakily good. But TCU versus Houston Christian is going to be an 8-point game. TCU's got the football, so they are in control of this one. The screen out there, it's going to get a block, and he is running free, and is anyone going to get him? No, they will not, and a 2-score lead is gotten for TCU, and it only got more drastic and dominant from there in the fourth quarter. TCU avenges their loss from last season, and it looks like they could be going to a big playoff showdown. And on the other side, I mean, UTSA, like I said, they're just not the same without all their talent. Incarnate gets a playoff victory, and they, I think, are going to be going to the playoffs, and we will see that they absolutely will. It's them and TCU in the mix, and Incarnate is up by 8 against Auburn. And can Incarnate get on the board when it comes to a playoff victory? Feel like they've been kind of subtly waiting for their time, and they finally got the opportunity. Texas has been underwhelming. UTSA is struggling a little bit, trying to reload, and this is their time to take advantage. There's a flag down. It's going to be a holding on Auburn, so mark that one back. Auburn is going to have to go for it on 4th and 14 once again, and they're going to get an incomplete pass, and Incarnate just close to finishing this one off as they're going to throw one middle. It's going to be intercepted. Auburn has been given second life here, but they need a touchdown or 2-point conversion. Little time to go, and a pass thrown behind him. Is he going to go all the way? Yes, he still will. No one's going to catch him. That pass could have been dangerous because it was almost incomplete. 2-point conversion to tie things up is no good. So the touchdown, it doesn't matter. They're going to need an onside kick, it looks like, and he jumps up. That was dangerous, but he pulled it down, and Incarnate picks up the victory. They almost blew that one at the end, but they pull off a playoff win. TCU finds themselves in an interesting playoff rematch. When they made the semifinals, the team that knocked them out was Wisconsin, who beat UTSA in the national title. Now TCU gets a chance at revenge, but Wisconsin putting one up top, caught, and he stayed in bounds. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And now TCU threatening to lose to them all over again, but they got the football, they got time, and they got a big play, breaking a tackle, got themselves in good position. Now is a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him and then hand it off. Open lane, and it's going to be a free first down, and he's going to get it all the way inside enemy territory. Play action now, quick pass outside, and he's going to box out the defender inside the 15 now. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Quarterback is going to step up, and he's going to run it. He can get the first down, and he will get it. They give it to him. It's goal to go, handoff, and that's going to be a touchdown. So TCU's got the lead. Defense has 2 minutes to hold on as Wisconsin's going to run it here, and they're going to slide down. He got the first, though. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. Screen set up. He's got it outside, and another first down. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Minute 45 turns to minute 30. 3rd down, thrown over the middle. It's going to be caught, and he's on the run. Can he be tracked down? He's going to go all the way into the end zone. He fought his way in, and now TCU is going to be down to a minute to play, and they had a big play right back at him, and it's a touchdown in Wisconsin. Do you got a response in you? 50 seconds, 4-point lead, and it's going to be a shot over the middle, broken tackle, and he gets tracked down quickly after the broken tackle. 3rd and inches, it's going to be 25 seconds to play, and they're going to throw it out of bounds. 4th and inches, I mean, you could run the ball if you really wanted to, but they're going to throw it, and short, it's going to be broken up, and TCU is going to pick up the victory, and they avenge their loss previously. But against Ohio State, it didn't go quite as well. TCU gets a playoff victory, but not 2. And now Incarnate, they got the worst draw of them all. They got Oregon, and seems like only UTSA has been able to take down Oregon. But can Incarnate do it? It's going to get broken up there. They're close. It's a 28-28 game. 2 minutes to play. Throwing one middle. That's going to be caught. Broken tackle. And he's going to be past the 45-yard line. And now past midfield. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Minute 17 to go. Throwing one outside. It's incomplete. 4th down. They're going to punt it away. Incarnate now 40 seconds. They got an opportunity here. They can pull this off. And it'd be really impressive if they did. 37 seconds to play. Throwing one middle. It's going to be jumped in, intercepted. The defender stepped in front, and he's got it. Take it down in enemy territory. You know how this goes. A couple of runs, a little bit of time taken down, and Oregon is going to put up the field goal for the win. And just feels like Oregon is the most frustrating team to run into as they end another team's hopes and dreams. I need UTSA to get good again because it seems like they're the only ones who can match Oregon in just sort of points scored, magical moments. It's just Oregon, anytime they are put in a situation where they need something to happen, they just pull it out of nowhere. But when it comes down to what we have left in this video, we got 1 season to go. Year 10 is on its way as we take a peek at all the recruiting and the draft success that these teams have been having. Been a lot to handle in this video. There's been a lot of crazy games. It's been probably the most fun games that we have had, especially with UTSA doing the things that they have done. But who's going to be the next team to potentially get themselves into a season where they can contend for a national title? TCU is going to be once again at the top of their conference. They're going to be taking on UTEP, so a different conference championship opponent. UTEP's first appearance. They made a playoff appearance, but this is their first conference title appearance. And on the other side, it's a stink fest over in the Big 12 for year 10, so unfortunate that nothing crazy is going to happen on the Big 12 side of things. Texas Tech and Texas A&M Commerce, I believe is how you pronounce it. Commerce is going to get the win, and they're going to get a conference championship, but obviously they weren't even ranked, so no playoff appearance for them. It's going to come down to UTEP and TCU for this season, as UTEP has a 3-point deficit, and TCU, they can hold off here, get a conference championship, get a first-round bye. They'll be back where they were last season. UTEP, though, trying to spoil their season. They're going to throw an interception, so TCU has it with 2 minutes to go. They got the football, and they have been on the brink of success, on the brink of making a national championship. It feels like they are so close. A first down there seals it, and they are heading to the playoffs. They are not going to get the first round bye despite their conference championship, so they're going to have to go the long way. Against Michigan, though, they take care of business 38-13. Not a lot of blowouts so far in this video. That's what's been really interesting. Every game feels like it's been really close. We've had more conference championship blowouts occasionally, but I mean, a lot of close games, a lot of competitive games, and this one not so high scoring, 13-13 versus Tulane. It's going to be third down deep in enemy territory. They're going to throw a screen, basically dirt the ball and settle for a field goal. So in a low scoring game, you'll take the 3 and hope your defense can continue what they've been doing. 13 points allowed, obviously, is a great job there, and they're going to get a touchdown, it looks like. Pick 6, no one's going to get them, and TCU, they dominate round 1. Defense plays a great round 2. They're on to the semifinals against West Virginia. It's another low-scoring affair, but this time they are losing. But they got the ball on offense, and a play-action play is going to give them exactly what they need. 6 minutes to go. You're down by 6. You got the ball in enemy territory. A first down there. It's been a low-scoring game, so a touchdown here would be huge. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They're already at the 15-yard line. Second down and 9. Throwing one outside. That's going to be for the end zone. He keeps his feet in bounds. It's a touchdown. And now West Virginia, they are down by 1 and throwing one over the middle in traffic. It's going to be for a first down. Back to the line they go. It's 3.5 to go, and they're going to hand it off. A big run there. Nice block set up, and he's going to get the first. So timeout used for an injury, and now second down and 10. Throwing one middle. That's going to be caught, and 3 defenders were there in the zone, but he found the hole in the zone. We jump to 3rd and 4, and he's going to throw one right in front of the defenders. He's got the first down. Goal to go. 2nd and goal. Handoff. It's going to be a read option, actually, and he's going to fight his way in. And now the 2-point conversion, the all-important 2-point conversion for the full 7-point lead. He's going to get sacked. And TCU now, they're going to need a 2-minute drive to get them into the end zone, and that's a phenomenal start. You're going to get it past midfield now, 3rd down and 2. Middle, that's going to be caught, and you're moving the chains, moving the sticks, keeping this game alive. Minute to play. You could take your time here. 3rd down and 2 is going to be converted once again, and now you're about the 25-yard line. Make it the red zone. Throwing one outside. That's going to be caught, and you're at the 5 now. 40 seconds to play. 2nd down and goal. It's going to be caught for the touchdown, and West Virginia has got to come out here and come up with a big play. You get the 2-point conversion, a great cushion to make sure you can at least take this into overtime if they get into field goal range, and TCU is going to shut the door on it. And in the final season, a national championship appearance for TCU, and they're going to try to do what UTSA couldn't. It's a 5-point game against Alabama, and Alabama's got the football, strike over the middle, caught for a big gain, and you cannot allow them to score a touchdown here with 4 to go. They're going to throw one outside. That's going to be caught, and they're inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go. It's going to be 3rd down and goal, though. Chance to get off the field here. They're going to do just that. Ball thrown out of bounds. 2-minute warning. Field goal up and good. And now TCU can try to take this to overtime. Touchdown or 2-point conversion is what they need. The offense has been hitting this game. The defense not so much, but they need the offense to come up with this game-tying drive. 3rd down and 2, and they're going to throw one outside. Caught inside the 30. Now inside the 20-yard line. Throwing one outside. That's going to be caught for another first down. A little swing pass is going to get them. 3rd down and 4. Inside the 10. Throwing one. Back of the end zone. Just too late. And if he threw that one earlier, he had it. 4th down and 4. Game on the line. And it's intercepted. And TCU is going to suffer the same fate as UTSA. And a late game loss is going to wrap things up here in year 10 and it's going to be 10 years in so far, and 2 national title appearances, no victories. TCU and UTSA had their chances, but they weren't able to get the job done. And as I show you the final bowl results for year 10, just keep in mind, this is only part 1. Part 2 will be out in the coming days. I won't make you wait too long. That will be my next upload. So I'm going to do my best to get this out as fast as I can. I'm shooting for Friday, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If we're handing out a couple of quick superlatives, most fun teams been UTSA, most successful, you could argue, UTSA, TCU. Texas has been a little disappointing. Houston Christian, and intrigues me a little bit. There's a couple of other teams that are kind of on the fringe, ready to break out. What do you think is going to happen in the final 10 years? Who is set up to succeed? Who, if anybody, is going to win a national championship? Who is going to win? Who are you rooting for? Let me know what you all think. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff is super helpful. And I will see you guys all in part 2 for another 10 years of trying to see who the Kings of Texas are. I will see you guys all in the next one.